is a consolidation plan for which Bill Grusendorf, if he's behind me, hasn't forgiven me yet, despite the fact I was a junior staff member at the time. But,
well, he's about to speak, so you might want to shut your ears. Mrs. Whitaker.
Well, I'm a product of a school that consolidated with two smaller communities, and those two communities no longer technically exist. So I've seen that side of it, and I'm also in a school district with 2,600 in a county of 7 school districts. And we have done some very unique consolidation of services, yet retaining the district's identity. One being creating a countywide non-traditional high school for dropout recovery, which we've recovered over 1,000 dropouts and graduated them within the last so many years. We are now in the process of looking at consolidating our career and technology programs to where different schools will embrace different technology programs and work together to provide services, so we're not all providing the same career and technology courses. So I think there are a lot of opportunities out there for us to sell consolidation of services. However, Commissioner, I will take you up on your offer to give us a little flexibility there, because it does include some flexibility requiring moving kids, getting schedules to work together, so many factors like that. And I would also like to see us possibly consider bringing to the table community colleges and looking at consolidating our high school programs in with our community colleges. In our large schools, we see where they're creating these phenomenal career and technical high schools. Well, there aren't that many high schools in the state or the districts that can do that. However, look at our tremendous community college system, that we could create these phenomenal towers within our community campuses. We could bus our students there. They could get high school credit. They could get college credit. We could begin blending these, that at the present time, we are both funding both programs at 2 different levels. I would like to propose that we consider marrying our junior, senior community college programs and maybe start out small, but I think it would offer some phenomenal opportunities for all of us, and I think it would keep a lot of our students in school, because they would begin to see a reason for taking these courses, because these courses are linked to higher ed, career, future opportunities, and now I think it is still too isolated for too many of our students. And I've done a little research. I'm like one of those, I have to wear a lot of hats, so I don't have a lot of time to do a lot of research. But I would like to suggest Gregory Portland has done an interesting new concept with merging some career and technology courses with surrounding districts. I can tell you, yes, I've experienced working with 6 different school boards trying to get them to all support one program. And if there's one thing I learned, you learn that it's not my program, it has to be our program. And so you never go in as you being the big school and getting everyone to come into you. It's you bring all players to the table at the same time, and we create the program, not one person creating and forcing everyone to join. And if you have enough flexibility and you can offer enough positive opportunities, I have found that they tend to want to work with you.
Something that you touched on, we're trying to do right now. Athens ISD started an early college high school without the grant. And Weatherford College is building a Wise County campus in the middle of our cooperative right now. We're visiting them right now to figure out how can we do that. With the early college high school, and I think early college grant, you had to put 100 students in immediately to make it work. We don't have 100 students that are ready to go into that program. Cooperatively, maybe we do, but if we visited some of those were hard to put together. Looking at incentives to be able to do some things like that for the smaller district, just like, we almost mirror you. That's exactly, we're 2,200 students in 7 districts there, trying to figure out how we can make that work.
Well, we're starting an LVN program on my campus.
That's what we're trying to do.
That students will graduate from high school and upon graduation go take their test and be a certified LVN. We are accomplishing that through the cooperative with our community school, the hospital that's in Luskin and ours. And it's going to take Commissioner a little flexibility there to get high school courses done so we can move them into the program. But we have schools calling us now saying, can we bring our students to your program? I'm not having to sell it. The program is selling itself.
That is music to our ears. What you've just described is what we've all talked about for the last several years to make sure that we could meld together. And many of the school districts and the community colleges in the urban and suburban areas are already doing exactly what you described. So as it starts to permeate out to the rest of the state, that is exactly what we want to do. You just described the perfect scenario for a win-win in every part of the state of Texas.
And we have enough coverage with our community colleges that this partnership actually more. I mean, it goes back to what we saw in Lubbock with the Byron Martin Center.
Exactly.
I mean, that kind of community cooperation is producing phenomenal results in a facility that's used all day and all night.
Texarkana's doing it. I mean, they're doing it all over the state. It's really, it's amazing what's going on. You're absolutely right.
Well, even within our county, our voters had to pass a tax for the for the branch maintenance tax to build the new campus from community college for Weatherford, and so they bought into it.
Right.
I mean, they support it.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Any other comments from the commission? Thank you all very much. We sure appreciate your time and your effort.